all of you. Dr. Vinay Bansal.
Hello, good evening all. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. And we are here to discuss his recent book, which he has written, and it will be coming out very soon. And the title of the book is The Wheel of Spirituality. In this book, Dr. Saab has talked about 10 steps or 10 wheels to the ultimate perfection of human beings. Scientifically, also, it's a very relevant uh, thing because Charles Darwin, who discovered the origin of the species, he has also talked about the evolution of mankind. So the physical evolution is already over. Now we come to the next step, which is the mental evolution. And this book is primarily dealing with mental evolution of humanity, how human beings can improve themselves internally, how they can come up mentally and then move up to the spiritual level and then attain the ultimate goal of spirituality, which is Siddhi in our country. And the first chapter, there are 10 chapters dealing with the 10 wheels. And the first chapter is Samriddhi. Yesterday we talked about it very briefly. Today we'll talk about it a little bit in depth.
Right.
So shall we start, Doctor?
Yes, sure.
Right. Today, the first question which I would like to ask Dr. Saab is that Samriddhi is a beautiful word,
Yes, sir.
and Samriddhi means this. It's made up of two words: Sam, which means the same, and Riddhi means wealth or treasure.
Yes.
It means that nature has given the same wealth and the same treasure to all human beings equally. Nature is truly democratic in this regard. So, Doctor, how have you sort of explained to your readers how to recognize this presence of Samriddhi in them, this wealth which we bring with us in our lives? And there will be all kinds of readers who would be holding your book in their hands, young people, old people, common men, intellectuals. So the message which you want to give them through this chapter, Samriddhi, I would like you to tell us something about this in a little more detail.
First of all, I want to thank you, sir, that you have beautifully introduced my book to all our viewers. Yes, as you told, it's having 10 steps that would lead to Siddhi. And Samriddhi is the very first and very essential step of that. Samriddhi, as you told, it is made up of two words, Sam plus Riddhi. Yes, it means like nature has given equal to each of us. Like we may feel like some are poor, some are rich, but actually we all are very, very rich. We are having treasures from the nature, but we are not aware of those treasures. Like Samriddhi is just finding like how much wealth you are already having. Like we all are having so much wealth from the nature that the other wealth that we see, like the house, the cars, these are just minute things. Like we can't compare it with the treasure we are already having. So Samriddhi is just about knowing that, like finding like what we are already having.
So, in other words, you are saying that we are all endowed with these blessings
Yes.
of nature,
Yes.
and yet paradoxically, strangely, we are unaware of these things.
Yes.
So, do you think that your book will make the young readers aware, in fact, all classes of readers aware of this treasure which they have brought with themselves, and becoming aware, then they would perhaps start using them the way it should be used?
Yes, sir. So because I have like talked here, I have talked a story also that we discussed yesterday also, that is called a 100 crore FD. Like there are two brothers, one is aware of 100 crore FD fixed deposit and another is not aware of 100 crore fixed deposit. So the person who is not aware, he's always looking for more and more money. He becomes sad when he earns less money per day, and he becomes very happy when he earns more. But the person who is aware that he is already having that huge amount of money, he is always satisfied. He's kind of samrit. And now I have dealt here like what is that 100 crore fixed deposit. That is in form of our organs. Like we are having eyes, we are having heart. That can't be. We can't purchase it from the market, even in billions and billions of rupees. We can't buy a single breath. The person who is like billionaire, even he can't purchase a single breath or even uh, like a single second of life.
Very true. Yes. So, Doctor, after becoming aware, like the chapter Samriddhi deals with awareness.
Yes.
Awareness is the most important prerequisite.
Yes.
If you have awareness, you'll be aware of this wealth which you carry within yourself. So, once you have become aware of this wealth, then the next step is to enhance your intelligence to a level where it can turn into wisdom. So, for that, you have named the second chapter of the book as Sahitya.
Yes.
Sahitya is literature,
Yes.
and literature is different from science in the sense that science enriches our external life, outer life. Literature enriches our inner life, the inner man. It ennobles us, it makes us more civilized, more spiritual rather. So that's why this chapter is there, Sahitya. So if you could tell us something a little bit more in detail
Yes.
about this chapter and how it can help the readers attain that intellectual level, then the emotional, and then come up to the spiritual level also through Sahitya.
So in Sahitya, yes, it is about literature. It is the Sahitya that our generations and generations, like our forefathers, they discovered many things. They wrote it down in the different religious books in different forms. They created different like art forms, different paintings are there, different folk dances are there, different folk songs are there. There are stories, there are epics. So this wisdom is coming from generations to generation. It is being passed on. This is the Sahitya. Science is, yes, science is.
And then you said yesterday that this is in coded form.
This is in coded form, yes. That is the main thing. Like this is in the coded form. We shouldn't see it superficially, right? Like these are just the poems, these are just the hymns are there, or just it's having not the deeper meaning. Like we see nowadays, unfortunately, the young generation sees like science is something that is very they believe in science, but they think that spirituality or the religious texts these are not having deeper meaning, or these are not reasonable, or they are not seeing the reason behind these. But actually, when we actually dive into this context, this text, and we read it, we live it, then we recognize that actually these are part of science. These are much deeper than science. Actually, the science and the spirituality, these are not opposite things. These are actually the same. They're the same side.
The goal
of
is the
coin.
same.
The goal is the same. And yes, in that coded thing, like we are talking to each other, we are talking directly, but the viewers who are seeing us, the camera is recording us, recording our conversation, and it is encrypting these, and these are encrypted, and these are then like on electromagnetic waves. These are sent through electromagnetic waves to our
And then
viewers,
they are
and then they are
decoded.
decoding it. Yeah. And similarly, there are the stories, the paintings. They are doing the form of, they are playing the role of a channel,
So
like
here,
electromagnetic
right.
waves.
So here specifically you refer to the religious scriptures.
Yes, religious scriptures. I say like we have to read these, but we need not to read these in raw form. Nowadays, there are a lot of YouTube videos, lot of researchers, lot of gurus, spiritual gurus. They have simplified these. Like according to your taste, you can read different books, you can listen to YouTube videos, but you should and you must explore these things. I have in my chapter also I have named a number of books and a number of videos where you can explore these. Nowadays with technology, we can easily find these and read these on our phones, and we can listen these on our smartphones. But we should definitely explore these.
I know you have given some examples from the Guru Granth Sahib also,
Yes, Shri
and
Guru
from
Granth
the
Sahib
Ramayana
Yes,
also,
from
and
the
even
Gita
from the
also,
Bhagavad
Bhagavad
Gita.
Gita also. Yes, according to your religion, you can read any book. You can read Quran, you can read Bible, you can read Shri Guru Granth Sahib, every book is having huge knowledge.
Because the central core of the truth is the
is
same.
the same. Yes, you have to decode it.
And find that here also that sameness is there.
Yes, sameness is there.
And then also the next chapter deals, the fourth one, deals with Sambhav. Sambhav means sameness again
Yes, it is the emotions.
in the emotions.
Yes.
Okay. If you could elaborate that a little.
Yes. Sambhav is having similar kind of emotions because nowadays our all the focus is on external things like what is happening here and there and what is happening in our lives, what is happening with our family, how much money we are getting, especially in these COVID times, everyone is depressed. Like Sambhav is having same feelings. Your within should be same, at the same level. Whatever happens outside, that shouldn't influence you inside. Like, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether whatever is happening outside, your inner soul or your inner mind should remain calm. Yes. That is Sambhav. I have added some stories also to explain it.
So from this word, we sort of come to a conclusion that human beings, is this chapter telling us that human beings are more of feeling entities rather than thinking ones? Because had it been this case, we would have perhaps mentioned it as some vichar. Vichar means thought. So that means the emotions or the feelings are at a higher level than thinking. So that means you have to leave the thought behind and come to the realm of the emotions or the feelings. Because human beings primarily are emotional creatures, feeling entities. Although we have not directly mentioned it over there, but I think the gist points towards this.
Very rightly said, yes, sir. Because the feelings are, the thoughts lead to feelings. Yes, the feelings should remain the same. Like, then, yes, you have to manipulate your thinking also, but the ultimate aim is, yes, your emotions should remain the same. Like, whatever the situation is, you have to, if the situation, outer situation, seems like it is very good, then also you shouldn't.
You were equanimous.
Yes, I have given the example of our Indian former captain, Mr. Dhoni also. Like everyone must have seen,
cool
like
Captain
Cool,
Cool
because even when he won the World Cup in 2011, he was very cool, very cool. Like he said, it's okay. And even during the stressful conditions, also he played very well.
Right. So the fifth chapter is entitled as Sadbhavna. Bhavna means an attitude.
Yes, bhavna means
Same attitude, having the same attitude
towards others. Yes, sad you can say good
Sadbhav,
also.
yes.
Yes, it is the good feeling towards others. Sambhav was equal feeling within yourself, and sadbhavna means equal feeling towards others or good feeling towards others. Yes, because sometimes we in society we judge the people, we mark them as good or bad. That shouldn't be there. Everyone inner.
So can I ask you another question in the form of an example? Supposing there are two ladies and they are outside in a park, let's say, and one lady has her child with her and the other one has her child with her, right? And the child of one lady falls down and gets badly hurt. The mother will run immediately towards her, but the one who is not her mother, the child's mother, will not be so much affected as the real mother is. Would this be Sadbhavna? Because if it is Sadbhavna, I believe the other lady also should be as hurt as the real mother is. But actually, in the real life, it doesn't happen. I feel for my child, I don't feel for the child of the other. This is not Sadbhavna, is it?
It is bit different from whatever I am talking. Like it is kind of more, you can see. Like that mother who went attachment. That is like the real mother is more attached, but the other lady who is not the mother is less attached. That is attachment. Yes, that attachment is playing role here. But in Sadbhavna, I am saying like if I am here, I am judging people. Like I am thinking like this is good, this is bad. Like I should have same feelings. I should realize actually the person who is bad, who is a thief, who is a robber, like he is not there. He is a thief because the circumstances has made him so. Like suppose you were born in the same family as him, you were having the same circumstances, you was having the same genetic material, then how could you be different than that thief? Like it is only the circumstances that make you so or that make you act so. He may not be having
So,
the studies that
can
you
we put it like this, that if attachment is not there, then maybe we can have Sadbhavana for all. If the same attachment is there,
yes, if the same attachment is there,
then
if
Sadbhavana is there.
Sadbhavana is
Now, in Sakriyata, Dr. Sahib, the sixth chapter, you have talked about karma.
yes,
Now, karma could be personal karma,
yes,
which I perform in my residence, in my home, with my people, as a son, as a brother, as a husband.
yes, sir.
And one is professional karma, the one which I perform in my place of work
Yes,
for society. And one could be religious karma. So, when you talk about the purification of one's karma, do you include all three?
Yes, actually, karma, as it is beautifully explained in the Bhagavad Gita, like Krishna has explained Arjuna about the karmas, about what is the need of karma and how we should do this. And yes, the karma involves everything, like whatever we do for our family or society or profession, everything is part of our karma. And we should always remain proactive. Like there should be no procrastination, like I will do it later. I will even explain the methods, like to remain active. Like we have born here, we are all of us are having a purpose. We have to find that purpose and we have to act for that.
So that's primarily the message from you to the readers.
Yes,
If your karma has to be good, it must be immediate karma,
it must
on
be
the
made.
spot.
On the spot. You shouldn't waste any time. Like your life is limited. We all know we have to die one day, and we don't know when this day will come. So we have
Like
to,
Arjuna was dilly-dallying,
yes,
he was procrastinating,
yes,
and Lord Krishna told him, "You do it now." So that's how it should be for all of us.
yes.
If
You
you have to
should
do something, do it
do
now.
it now because tomorrow never comes.
Yeah, you
Like
never can know what will happen in the next moment. Next
Otherwise, also when you will put off the things for tomorrow, then again tomorrow you will say I will do it the next day. It will keep on happening.
Very true. So the best thing is to do it now,
Do it now.
and then it becomes the perfect karma.
Perfect karma. And if even if you are not able to do it right now, then just write it down. I have told like you can make to-do list.
Yeah, put a reminder.
Put a reminder, and then tick it when it is done. But make sure that it is done. It's not lying there on the to-do list.
Yeah, that's one of the most beautiful things I saw in the book.
Yes.
At the end of the chapter, you've put a do it
Yeah,
exercise.
to-do list. In this chapter
So
only,
this is not just theory, this is
Yeah.
practical also.
This is the
for the
practical
day.
also.
Because if you don't do the practical, then what is the point of the theory?
yes.
It all just becomes intellectual stuff.
There are small meditations also in the
Yeah,
chapters.
yeah, I
Like
saw that and I
Yes.
was really admiring those. And I felt that yes, here is a book which you can read and which you can learn for your improvement.
you
And
can
then
act
there
on
are some yes, the action because if you don't imbibe it
Hmm.
and then present it through your actions,
Yes.
then your reading is incomplete, I believe. And that's exactly what your book aims at.
Yes.
That's the beauty of it. Right. And then this was, in fact, we were talking about this yesterday, surrender.
Yes.
So tell us something about surrender, how you have sort of treated it in your book
Sir,
and its
currently-
importance in Siddhi.
Yes. These days, sir, we are we are having so much pressure of society. We want to control everything. We want to control our position in our office, our position in our families. We want to achieve everything what is available, be it the latest phone, latest car, the beautiful homes. We want to control everything. But as all can see, like every child want to top the class. But how can that be possible? Like everyone can't achieve rank 1. So it is not
Only
possible.
the best can.
Only the best. Like it is sometimes you can't control everything.
Yeah.
Like even if you have put your 100%, then also the results are not in your hand. Because it is the destiny, or you can say it is your
But
luck.
there is an element which is uncontrolled. That
Yes.
element X is always there,
Yes.
which is out of control.
Yes, and the nature plays its role, and you have to, you have to live with it. You have to do samarpan. You have to surrender it. You do your best, and then you leave it up to the nature, or up to the God, or up to your guru, like whatever you believe. But you have to surrender. That surrender makes you feel unburdened. You feel light, and you can perform 100% on your next task. You are not worried about the results. That is samarpan.
Because you feel that you've put in your 100%,
Yes.
you've done your best
Yes.
that you could, and then it's out of your hands. The result is not in your
And
hands.
they say like everything happens for a reason, or everything happens for good. And we ourselves may have believed or experienced it many times. Like sometimes we fail in one exam, then we go in another profession, and we do very well in that profession. Like it may be like it was for our own being, own good, for our own good self, or it was for the good of whole nature.
Yeah.
Like it was, we were needed there.
Besides, I think surrender has a therapeutic effect also on the mind, in the sense that when you have surrendered yourself after putting your best, and if you don't achieve the first position in whatever you were doing, you get the consolation. You don't blame yourself. You get the consolation that I'm not responsible for this because I put in my best.
Yes.
But there was something which was out of my hands. And maybe next time I'll try even more and I can succeed.
Here you can say like Sakriyata is one thing, Samarpan is another.
Another thing.
Sakriyata means you have to remain active, and Samarpan tells like you have to do your best, but you don't have to like be fearful about the result.
Exactly.
Yes.
Your
You have
focus should be on the doing
on the doing, not
rather
on
than
the
on the end
result.
result.
Yes.
That's the message.
Yes.
Beautiful. Right. And then we have Satarkta. Satarkta is different from Sakriyata.
Yes.
If you could let us know what.
Satarkta is awareness, being aware. You have to be aware that why you are here. Like one thing is awareness about your death. Like your time is limited. You are here only for a limited time, and you have to do your work.
Very true.
Yes. You need not to accumulate all the money, all the things of this world. Like because you are here for only for a limited time. And second thing is being aware about what you know and what you don't know. Like there are many things that we don't know, or like why we are here, why some disease is there, why things happen in a way. Like we don't have to waste our time in those things. Like some people, something bad happens, some accident happens, or some disease happens in someone's family, and they are just wasting all their energies in thinking only the thing that why this happens to me. So Sarkta is being aware about everything. Like this is in your hands, this is not in your hands, and your time is limited, and so you have to do all this, all your stuff, all your karma.
And Satarkta would also mean being aware of your goal.
Yes.
That is the ultimate goal I have to reach, and this is how I have to reach it.
Yes.
And being aware every moment, every day, to achieve that ultimate goal for which you.
As we were talking earlier, like you told me, like Gautam Buddha said, like you have to be aware, like there is a cobra in the room, inside the room. Like if the cobra is living with the same room, you will be aware every time. And similarly, in Skriyata, like it says that you have to remain aware every time. You can't leave the awareness.
And now we come to the best part of the book, and that is sadhana. Tell us something about the sadhana you have described.
Yes. So till this chapter, we were talking about like we should do this thing, we should do this, we should do this, and this was like knowledge part. But now when we know, like we have to do this thing, but some energy is needed. Like we want to have a walk, but we must have that energy. We must have that thing in our body so that we can go for that walk. And meditation provides you that spiritual energy. Like if you are going on the path of spirituality, meditation, by focusing your mind, by concentration of your mind, it relaxes you, it concentrates all your powers that are given. Otherwise, what we do, we keep on dissipating our powers, our focus. Like in the morning, we are very alert, we are very fresh, but during the day, like we keep on thinking, our thoughts
You
go
feel
on
mentally
past,
tired.
and in future we feel mentally tired. These days there is very less of physical work. We are in the evening, we are tired. That is mainly because of our mental tiredness.
You were telling me about a specific meditation technique you've developed, and you mentioned there's C8.
C2A.
C2.
C2A, that is
C2A.
like there are three levels. C level is of body level, B level is of brain level, and A level is the alpha level, we call it. It is the like
Spiritual level.
spiritual level. Yes, spiritual level. So these are three levels. Their technique. It is a very, like, you can easily customize it. You can do it in any of your clothes. You can do it in any time. Like, you can do it in office hours also. You can, if you are having 10 minutes, you can customize it according to 10 minutes. If you are having 2 hours, then you can customize it according to 2 hours.
Okay.
It is very
It's highly
simple.
flexible.
It's a highly flexible
Flexible.
because like for last 10 years I am doing different kinds of meditations, and one thing I found, like, all the meditations, they need specific time period, specific conditions to learn those, and specific conditions to perform those. Like, you should be alone, you should be wearing loose clothes, you should be sitting cross-legged. These things are, like, there are tight rules for every meditation, and there are, like,
But
you
in
can't.
your regime, such restrictions are not there.
Yes, I have simplified it so that everyone can practice it. So when they will practice it, they will find its benefits. They will find, like, meditation is actually working. Then they can explore other meditations also. Every meditation
You
is
don't
good.
put
Every
any
meditation.
restrictions that you have to do this one only.
No. They can do anything. They can do Vipassana. They can do Sudarshan Kriya. They can do Isha Kriya. They can do Silva's method. They can do any of
The whole idea is to purify
No.
the mind
Yes.
and then reach to the alpha state.
Yes, reach to the alpha state. I have given them a simplified method that they can taste, so that they can have a taste of meditation. Yes, they can continue with this also, because end result is same. The destination is same. Only the roads are different. I have provided a new road.
The road to Siddhi.
The road to Siddhi. Yes.
Right. This is a highly interesting topic, and the book also has been put in a very simple way. I was just marveling at the language which you have used, very simple language, and the complex has been made so simple.
That was
That's the
the
beauty
yes,
of it.
that was the main mandate of this book, to make everything simple.
So, what message would you like to give to the viewers on this concept of Siddhi, which you have dealt with in this particular chapter?
Yes, sir. Siddhi is like nowadays a generation, or unfortunately, most of us think that Siddhi is something that is beyond our control. Like, that is not for the persons who are doing some job, or who are doing studies. But no, Siddhi is for everyone. Everyone should follow this path of Siddhi, and they will find its benefits. Like, you need not to reach that level of Siddhi only to gather all its benefits. Even on the way, even if you start on this path, you will start achieving the results. You will experience these things, even in your materialistic life also, even in your career, even in your studies, even in your family life. You will feel marvelous changes in your life. You will feel peaceful. You will feel more efficient. Like, it is having.
So, there is
enormous-
everything for everyone,
Yes, there is everything for everyone.
and while you are on the way, you can reap the benefits.
Reap the benefits, yes, and it will boost your confidence, and it will help you to keep going. And be assured, like, you need not to leave your family, you need not to leave your profession. Like, you can be a Siddh Purush while living in your family, while doing everything you are doing, but you would be very happy, you would be satisfied, and you would be performing your roles as a father, as a husband, as a wife, or as a professional in a much better way than you are doing it right now.
As the Bible says, you are in the world, yet you are out of it.
Yes. And
This is what Siddhi will do for
yes,
you.
and as you told me yesterday, there is a spiritual quotient there. Like, nowadays,
Yes.
different companies, even MNCs, they are recognizing, like, spiritual quotient is very important. Earlier, there was only physical quotient, intelligence quotient, or emotional quotient. But nowadays, spiritual quotient. Yes, it is.
So that's very, very important part
Yes,
of
that
life.
is very important. And if once we achieve that spiritual quotient, the other quotient, they come automatically.
So, Dr. Sahab, I'm really very happy to be with you here today, and I hope that all your readers out there, when they read your book, after having read your book, they will feel that yes, they are different people than what they were before they read it. and they would feel this quotient working in their lives. And I would like to congratulate you that at such a young age you have given this kind of a book to
Thank
the
you,
world.
sir.
And I'm really very sure, especially the young people who read your book, they will get something beneficial out of it, greatly beneficial, and their lives could even be transformed if they follow all the tips given by you over there. So thank you very much, Dr.
Thank
All
you,
the
sir.
very
All
best
my
for your
team.
forthcoming book.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the viewers for joining us.